Media West. I'm with Erin Gargan, president of SoCal Socialite. Erin, nice to have you on our show.
Thanks so much, Erica.
All right, social TV and Hollywood. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Hollywood is being dragged into social media and the digital world. Some of them are kicking and screaming, and some of them are adapting quite well. We talked a lot about some of these shows that are doing an excellent job of weaving social content with their show formats. So in Hollywood, the showrunners that are doing a great job, America's Next Top Model, The Voice, X Factor, The Good Wife, where they have the writers actually tweeting about why they made character decisions or why they, scripted the show a certain way. So in terms of Hollywood and social, there's a lot of really interesting developments that are going on, and I think it's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what's going to be happening moving forward.
Content creators, we've got an 80-20 rule between creativity, technology. What's that challenge that you talked about?
So for content creators, they sit at a tough intersection of technology, but also creativity. So they have the data component of who's talking about what's the sentiment, who are these people that are talking, and taking that data and applying it to their creativity, their brainstorm sessions. How can we bring the story alive and immerse people in this entertainment experience? So I think that one thing to keep in mind is when they look at the 1% of people that are actually tweeting live about the show, and the ratings and the ad guys are like, well, we had all these views and social was only 1%. That's true, but in social, it's 80-20. 80% of that social content that we see is being created by 20% of the users. So the other 80% of social users are on there, but they're not necessarily publishing. So they're the voyeurs. So there's a brand value there that it's not currently being calculated, but it's more in line with like a brand awareness or a PR when you're discussing the ROI and how content creators are really starting to leverage those insights to create better shows.
Some of the highest rated shows I hear are not the most socially engaged. Isn't that right?
Right. So no two people, you can't put a value on, or you can't put accounting behind people's preference in shows. I think that there are certainly subcultures that become spontaneously created. People don't necessarily like to share what they're actually watching. They don't want to share what they're actually looking at on the internet. So sometimes you have to think about what makes something social or shareable. It could be their friends if they're watching something cool that everyone thinks is awesome. But if they're watching something that's a little bit more off the beaten path, they might seek out social relationships online that it's an enthusiast, it's a very small vertical of enthusiasts, and you kind of see these spontaneous social connections where it's people coming together over their emotion for a show or their passion. And it's pretty cool to see the diehards getting out there and using the hashtags to connect and communicate.
Last question. All right, social TV, the second screen. How can a content creator make money with the second screen?
That's a great question. That's the $1 million question. The monetization model for social TV is in the infant stages. Is there a stage that's earlier than infant? No, infant stages. I think that first of all, defining what value means to the business, to the client, because certainly the story is told much beyond just clicks and impressions. So I think it's about defining what the business cares about, what's important to them. If it's just ratings and viewers and money, that's one thing. If it's brand awareness and empowering these die-hard show enthusiasts to promote the show for them, that's another value, right? So it's all about perceived value, and I think that the monetization component of social TV, truthfully, is still yet to be seen.
Erin Gargan, president of SoCal Socialite. Thanks for having us.